Good evening, everybody. Okay, now I am not one to do the wrestling reviews. I don't do Raw reviews, SmackDown reviews, pay-per-view reviews. I like to do stuff like that, but I have my reasons why I don't. So, you know what? Let's just leave it, to people like Schleg Daddy from Off the Rope Show. Let's leave it to people like that. But there is a show I want to review. If you can't tell by the title, it's Money. It's no. I'm gonna say. I can't even. I don't even want to remember this show. It's Hell in a Cell 2014. WWE Hell in a Cell 2014. Okay. Now, I watched this show. I watched this show live, and I felt the need to get on here and review it. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get on and review it immediately, which I wanted to do. I guess I need to let it sink in a little bit, and then maybe watch the next night on Raw, although I was barely able to get through the beginning of that, and then I said screw it, and then went off to work. But I have to say my piece on this show. I have to say my piece on the show. Because this was an interesting show. This was, indeed, an interesting wrestling pay-per-view. Okay? So, let's just dive right into it. The ending is more what I want to get into, so let's just go through the show itself real quickly. Now, one thing I can say about this show that was really good is that the card structure was fantastic. No joke. It was fantastic. Where every match was where every match pretty much should have been. The way this card should have been booked, where each match was. That's one thing I could say was great about the show. The card structure was almost perfect. Pretty much perfect. Good enough. More than good enough. But then there's the opening match. The Intercontinental title match. Dolph Ziggler defending the title against Cesaro in a best 2 out of 3 pinfalls match. Alright, I don't know. This made sense to me since, Ziggler has one victory, Cesaro has another. But then again, it's all feuds are today, but whatever. Best 2 out of 3 pinfalls match. Whatever. Now, this match was a good opener. You could argue it went a bit too long. But it was a good opener. But the ending sucks and is what ruins this match for me. Because Ziggler gets the first fall in sort of a desperate roll-up pin, sort of. And then, after Cesaro kicks his ass, does even the Cesaro swing, which he needs to do more often, and even gives him that uppercut that's basically a finisher, or is a finisher. Nothing works, and Ziggler gets a few fancy does a few fancy dodges, lands a zigzag, and ta-da! He wins 2 straight falls. What the fuck was that? Out of all that, why couldn't you have at least given Cesaro 1 fall after everything you did? You made Cesaro look so unnecessarily fucking goddamn weak here. Alright? And sure, I wanted Cesaro to win, not so he can get the Intercontinental title, because holding the Intercontinental title, or pretty much any title, I guess you could say with the exception of the WWE title, but holding any title really doesn't mean shit today. But really, I wanted Cesaro to win because he hasn't had I don't think he's had a pay-per-view victory since Extreme Rules, and that was this past April. So, I wanted him to finally, start winning. I like Cesaro a lot. I think he's one of the most talented guys in the company right now. And also one of the most underutilized. But I wanted him to just get a pay-per-view victory. And then we get the ending. And I'm not even mad because Cesaro lost. In all honesty, if I was going to put money on this match, if I was betting, I would have put it on Ziggler. Because again, Cesaro is probably going to lose a fucking pay-per-view match. But I'm not so mad that Cesaro lost. I'm just mad how the ending went. It was stupid. It was unrealistic. Cesaro throws everything at Ziggler, and then Ziggler basically just wins. It was bullshit. So you've got a good match for the opener with a shitty ending. You're off to a good start. Then you get Brie Bella versus Nikki Bella. For with the stipulation that the loser has to be the winner's servant for 1 month, 30 days, whatever. And if they do not comply, they will be forced to quit the WWE. And all I could think of when this match was coming on was, well, thank God they're getting it out of the way, but oh God, we're about to watch the Bellas fight each other. And then the match happened, and it was pretty good. For a Bella match, for a Diva match, it was, wow. I was surprised. I mean, there were points where you could tell they did certain moves, certain spots just terribly. But this, to me, exceeded all expectations for this match for me. No joke. I mean, maybe it's because my expectations were so low. But from a pure match quality standpoint, it wasn't that bad of a match. Obviously, what also brings it down is that the story sucked, and no, there was barely any story, and what story there was sucked, and we didn't care about it. And even the WWE knows we don't care about it, and they're actually barely showing anything of this match. I mean, this feud on free TV. So that's that match, and I thought Brie was gonna win. Nikki ends up winning, and it didn't matter to me who won. I didn't care. So in a sense, I found this match more enjoyable than the Intercontinental title match. Yeah, I did. I didn't care who won this match, and I didn't give a shit. So the ending was fine, unlike the Intercontinental title match. Anyway, so Nikki beats Brie. They have a little segment, obviously, later during the show. You know, obviously Nikki treating Brie like shit. Whatever. Yeah, I guess we should have all seen this coming. Third match. Golden Stardust, or as I call them, the Dustbusters, because I like to call them that, I just do, defending the tag team titles against the Usos. Okay, look. We all knew this was going to be a good match. The problem? We've seen this match so many times. We've seen these two teams fight so many fucking times. Whether it be in singles matches, tag team matches, six-man tag team matches, we've seen these two teams fight so many goddamn times. And this has to be the last time these two teams face off for a while at least. I'm not holding my breath on that, though, because I swear, I think the Usos and the Dustbusters are the only tag teams that WWE has right now. But again, the match was good, but we've seen it before, and I was almost able to call every single spot. But to be fair, I guess, the Dustbusters win, and the heels went over clean. It was nice. Again, didn't care who won, so this match also was better than the Intercontinental title match. Then not much to say, Then we get to the fourth match. And I'm thinking, what's next? The United States title match? Divas title match? No, I see the cage lowering, and I'm there thinking, oh, please, WWE, please, do the right thing. And they did. The fourth match was Randy Orton versus John Cena. They got this fucking shit out of the way first. Oh God, there was I was so relieved when I found out that this was next. I mean, then I realized, okay, it was John Cena versus Randy Orton. Okay, I understand, but I was so relieved knowing that the match that should have been closing the show was going to be closing the show. Thank God. But then I still had to suffer through a John Cena Randy Orton match. Jesus Christ. This is what? The 13th time they fought one-on-one at a pay-per-view? And I don't even think that's an exaggeration. That might be like the precise number. Somewhere around there. I I know we're probably like around 10, 11 times already now. They faced off one-on-one in pay-per-views. So the match starts, and in all honesty, if you want, the match sucked. You know why? Because it was a Hell in a Cell. If you watch this match, and if you watch this match, you'll know what I'm talking about. If this match was like a no DQ, no holds barred, street fight, this would have been a good match, or an okay match at least. But the fact that this was a Hell in a Cell was retarded. This should not have been in a fucking Hell in a Cell cage. Other than the beginning of the match, with Orton smashing Cena around, they barely utilized the cage. Most of the fighting took place in the ring. They brought in a few weapons. This did not need to be a Hell in a Cell. There should only be one. I think there should only be one Hell in a Cell on the show. And you may be thinking, "Wow, that's kind of stupid, though." On a pay-per-view called Hell in a Cell. Well, maybe that's why. Maybe that's one reason. One reason you don't make Hell in a Cell a pay-per-view. Just saying, it's retarded. Anyway, so whatever. You knew Cena was gonna win. Okay, you knew he was gonna win. You can play devil's advocate all you want. You can take the lesser of two evils all you want. You knew Cena was coming out on top here. Okay, think about it. Last December, TLC, Orton wins. The next pay-per-view, the Royal Rumble from this past January, Orton wins. And now, sure, neither of them were clean victories, but Orton still came out on top. I don't think they were going to have Cena lose a third time in a row, basically. We all knew Cena was... We all knew Cena was gonna win. Whatever though, okay? Whoever wins, we lose. Okay? And yeah, this match was as awful as Alien vs. Predator. Whoever wins, we lose. Exactly. Get it? Anyway, so that's all I've got. I don't want to say anymore. Alright, it was John Cena versus Randy Orton. Okay, so then they follow it up with Sheamus defending the United States title against The Miz. I don't have anything to say about this match. Sheamus at times comes off as like a mid-card John Cena, but I didn't want him to lose because The Miz fucking sucks. Everything about this guy sucks and is annoying. Absolutely annoying. So I don't want to talk about this match. I have nothing to say about this match. Bro kick, Sheamus wins, walks away with the United States title. End of story. That's all I'm saying about that match. So then we get to, honestly, another reason why I was really like the card structure of this pay-per-view is because we get to the three matches that I had any bit of interest in. It was Big Show versus Rusev. I had interest in this match, and I do think the story, this is definitely one of the better matches, the better feuds right now, or this was one of the better feuds right now. I'm sorry, this is one of the better feuds that was going on, that was going into the show. It really was. And I was expecting a good match out of these guys, which I got. To all you people who think the only guys you can put on 5-star quality matches are, you know, the 210-pound, 5'9", 5'10" indie style wrestlers. No. Fucking no. Okay? For all you who have that mentality, just watch an average Undertaker match. Okay? He wrestles circles around CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. And I like Daniel Bryan. But anyway, Rusev and Big Show. I was expecting a good match. Rusev is a really good in-ring competitor. Big Show from time to time, even with how kind of disgustingly out of shape he looks sometimes, can still do some impressive things. So the match gets underway, and one thing I want. No, okay, I was really excited, also that this match was much later on the card. I was really into this story, and not because it was all patriotic and stuff, but I just thought it was one of the better told stories of right now. One of the better told stories in the WWE. With the exception of the thing they had on the episode of Raw before the pay-per-view, with Rusev kicking the one soldier in the face. That was stupid, and that was unnecessary. But other than that, I was ready to watch this match, and it got underway. And one thing that was surprising about it, in a good way to be honest, I didn't have a problem with it, is that there was a lot of technical wrestling in this fight. Or much more than you'd think there would be. A lot of submission moves by both Big Show and Rusev. But the match, the match, I don't have much to say besides, it was a pretty good match. That's all I gotta say, really. It was a good match. Rusev wins. He gets Big Show in the camel clutch. And yeah, I'm gonna call it the camel clutch because it's the fucking camel clutch. I know with Rusev they call it the accolade, but it's the camel clutch. You put someone in the camel clutch, you break their back, and you make them humble. I love the Iron Sheik. God bless his soul. Off topic, I really want to see Iron Sheik fight Rusev. But anyway, Big Show apparently taps out. I don't know, maybe it's because the way where the camera was, I didn't see him tapping out. I thought he passed out, but when Rusev let go, Big Show looked passed out anyway. So who cares? Either way, Rusev wins. And if this is all going to lead to a good end, like they have someone who actually matters, end Rusev's streak, if they have someone like Roman Reigns do it, or if they want to make Ryback matter again, have him do it, something like that, that's good. If they're just going to serve Rusev up to Cena, though, then for the love of fucking God, you might as well have either had Rusev lose here or to Mark Henry back at Night of Champions. So, as long as it's going somewhere good, Rusev winning is what I think is honestly, I guess, the right thing to do. Then we get to the second to last match. Paige versus AJ Lee for the Divas title. Now, yes, I was also looking forward to this match. A little bit. But I really do like Paige and AJ Lee. Okay, they're easily the best female competitors in the company right now. They are definitely the most entertaining. And I'm so glad that this match, in terms of the two Divas matches, this match and the Bella match, this match was booked higher up on the card because, oh God, I know, I'm not going to say this is a great feud, but for what this is, it was way better than the Bella feud. This deserves way more time. This deserves way more time on the pay-per-view and on free TV. This feud, this match, just mattered more. And it was a good match. I still feel like it could have gone a bit longer. And that's the thing with Diva matches. They don't go long enough. Definitely. Go watch Paige and AJ Lee at SummerSlam this past August. Definitely didn't get enough time. The match was getting good, but it ended way too soon. This was a little better. It was entertaining. I liked it. Still could have gone a little longer. But I was alright. I personally would have preferred Paige to walk away with the title, but I'm alright with AJ walking away with it. Another good match. So far, this is by no means a bad pay-per-view. It's alright. It's above passable. It's an entertaining show. I'm having no real problems with it. Besides obviously having a Cena-Orton match and the Intercontinental title match ending in such a stupid way. But then we get to the real main event. Oh God, I was waiting for this. I was waiting for this, and I know you were, and I know everyone was. Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins in a Hell in a Cell. Talk about a match that not only deserved to be in a Hell in a Cell, was really worthy to be in a Hell in a Cell. Holy shit! This was. Oh, this was. I was so into this match. My brother had to look at me and be like, yo, calm down. In an odd way, at some points, it really felt like they were trying to top King of the Ring 98. Which. I'm there thinking, well, be careful. That's beyond dangerous trying to top that Hell in a Cell. You know, like, you're trying to top it, like, starting the match on the cage. You know, them falling off. From halfway, not from all the way in the top of the cage. I mean, the only real problem I have with this match is, like, I was alright with Mercury and Noble getting involved a bit as long as they got their ass kicked. And I know Kane didn't serve much purpose besides, you know, when they were finally in the cage, being outside and attacking Ambrose with, you know, a fire extinguisher, shooting in his face. But the only, like, really, the only thing there was... This was such a good match. The only thing that really sticks out to me is not as dumb is when Ambrose and Rollins fall off, you know, the cage wall and land on the announce tables. Rollins looks like he has a reason to fall. Ambrose doesn't. It doesn't look like Ambrose had to fall at all. But I mean, after that, you know, this is before the match officially begins. They're getting carried away on stretchers, and Ambrose gets up and he starts running for Rollins, and you know, he brings him back into the cage, and you know, everyone's going, "Oh my God, the match is going to continue!" And then Mercury and Noble are like, "You can't continue the match," and the commentators are like, "You can't continue the match!" And then, but then he closes the door, tells the referee to unlock it, and the match is underway, and they're using chairs and tables, and Ambrose is beating Rollins down, beating it down. This is where it needs to go. This is where the story needed to go, and I'm so glad it was going through this. This was definitely deserving of being a Hell in a Cell. And this seriously was on its way to being one of the most memorable Hell in a Cells. Just one of the most memorable Hell in a Cells, especially in recent years. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my God, it was on the levels of Undertaker and Mick Foley at King of the Ring 98, or that 6-man Hell in a Cell from Armageddon 2000. No, I'm not going to say it was on the level, or it was even on its way to being on the level of those Hell in a Cells. But this, hot damn, this was on its way to seriously being one of the most memorable ones. It really, really was. And then, as Ambrose is about to finish Rollins, and I'm there at the edge of my seat, the screen goes dark. And I'm there thinking, wait, what? I'm there thinking... And then I start hearing this demonic language being spoken. And at first I'm thinking, what the fuck? And then immediately I'm thinking, thoughts are running through my head quickly. And they're thinking, no, this is not going where I think it's going. This is not going where I think it's going. And then we see things on the screen. The lights are still off except just for just a little lantern that's in the center of the ring. And I'm there thinking, no. And then smoke starts coming from it or something. And then all again, I'm there thinking, no. And then Bray Wyatt appears. And I'm there in my head screaming, no! Dear God, no! And then he looks at Ambrose. And he attacks Ambrose. And then he gives him the Sister Abigail. And again, I'm thinking inside my head, no! I'm thinking, no. Don't fucking do this. And then Rollins slowly crawls over and gets on top of Ambrose for the pin. And again, I'm there thinking, you've got to be fucking kidding me. No, 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 no. No, this is not where this is going. This is not the way this shit is ending. This is not the way this is going to end. Don't do this. And there's the count. 1, 2. I could feel my fucking asshole clenching. And then 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, Seth Rollins. And all I'm thinking is, are you fucking kidding me? Are you I remember immediately just throwing my computer mouse at the computer screen. This is where you go with this? This is how it ends? This is such a stupid ending. Well, why would you do this? Why would you do this? Whose idea was this? Who's the fucking asshat who thought this was a good idea? This was such a I don't know where to begin. I just don't know where to begin at all. You have Bray Wyatt, this fucking maricon, who's been... God, no, we have no idea where he's been. Okay, all we've seen of him is a bunch of vignettes on Raw and SmackDown, and he's basically saying that he's letting Rowan and Harper free. He's getting them ready for singles pushes. Where has this guy been after he beat Jericho at SummerSlam? And now they're putting him back in. They're having him interfere in what is not only the biggest feud going on right now, probably the best feud that's been going on throughout all of 2014. And they completely shove him into this feud and utterly buttfuck the feud. Okay? This ending was dumb. This ending was fucking stupid. This ending was retarded. It was unnecessary. This was Ambrose and Rollins' fight. And while this is only the second person to do it, I'm tired of people getting thrown in and interfering with this fight. With this feud. First Cena, now Wyatt. And you know what? You know what I'm getting out of this feud? You know what I'm getting out of this? Rollins wins. Rollins wins. Rollins gets away. Rollins completely succeeds. Gets nothing for, you know, for what he did to the Shield. And I understand the face cannot always win the feud, but damn it all, this was one where I think he really needed to. This was Rollins and Ambrose's match. This is their fight. And you give such a random, stupid ending to what was on its way to being probably match of the year. This was stupid. This was fucking dumb. Rollins wins. Rollins wins. Okay? So, he betrays the Shield, and he wins Money in the Bank with Ambrose in the match. He wins Money in the Bank, gets away at Battleground, even though that was a pull-away brawl, so that was neither a win or loss for anyone. But then he gets away at Battleground, he wins at SummerSlam, he wins the night after SummerSlam, and temporarily puts Ambrose out of action, and now he wins here. And I know what you're saying. None of them were clean victories, though. He still fucking won. He still fucking won. He's still walking away with the last laugh. And again, I understand the face doesn't always win. But damn it all. Damn it all. This was a fucking Hell in a Cell. It was a great match until Bray Wyatt fucking reared his ugly fucking bearded face into it. This was such a stupid, dumb booking decision. Jesus H. Bloody Christ. I don't know. It's like, because there's no way in hell you can continue Rollins and Ambrose after this. Unless Reigns comes back and Ambrose tags along with him. There's no way you can continue Rollins and Ambrose after this. It's done. You went to a hell. You had so many. Like, what other matches are there where you're trying to prevent Rollins from running away? What, a regular steel cage match? You're gonna go to a regular steel cage match after you did a Hell in a Cell? You already did a lumberjack match. Now you did a Hell in a Cell. Where the fuck do you go after a Hell in a Cell? Where do you go then, huh? How do you up the stakes? Then I could probably think of I could probably still think of ways better than the WWE. How about, since you own WCW stuff, why not have them go on to have that fucking triple cage match for the Money in the Bank briefcase? But they're never going to do that. And even then, Ambrose just wants to hurt Rollins. Even though that'd be a perfect idea. Even though it'd be fucking perfect. Sure, that'd be a perfect idea, to not have Rollins run away. Otherwise, he's going to lose his property. I doubt they're going to do that. So, in all honesty, where do you go from a Hell in a Cell? My point exactly, okay? There's no reason for Rollins and Ambrose to feud at all anymore. Okay? There's no reason. There's no reason at all. If Ambrose comes back at Rollins doesn't even have to be afraid. He should just look at him and be like, no. He could fucking smack Rollins in the face with a chair, and then Rollins doesn't even have to look at him and be like, you son of a bitch. He just has to look at him and be like, and laugh at him and be like, no, I've bested you so many times. We went through a Hell in a Cell. You're done. You've lost all credibility. The only other way I can figure them going from here, continuing Rollins and Ambrose, you want a match that not only ups the stakes, but makes it so Rollins can't run away, or for the most part can't run away, and can't have too much interference. The only other place you can go from here is like an Inferno match. But we all know they're not going to do that. That's just a suggestion from me. They're not going to do that. Plus, in the PG era here, now an Inferno match, you don't have to light your opponent on fire. You can just pin them like a normal match. Then what's the point of having the ring surrounded by fire, you fucking asshats? But anyway, my main point, sorry to go off topic sort of, but my main point still stands. There is nowhere to go anymore with Rollins and Ambrose, unless Reigns comes back. But even then, that might as well just be Reigns and Rollins, rather than Reigns and Ambrose teaming up. Rollins wins, that's it. The feud is done. There's nowhere you can go with this. There's nowhere where you can fucking go, okay? And this ending shits on the whole fucking show. Some people like to argue, can one booking decision really ruin a whole show? It depends. If the rest of the show is good enough to carry it through that one wrong booking decision, it can. Take WrestleMania 17 for an example. Now, I don't have that much of a problem. I have a bit of a problem, but I don't have that much of a problem with Austin joining McMahon as others do. But everybody knows the rest of that show was clearly good enough to pull that show through. Well, this is no fucking WrestleMania 17. This is Hell in a Cell 2014. And the show was barely passable already. And then you give this shitty ending. This ending basically takes this show, holds it down, and Cleveland steamers it in the face. This was stupidity of the highest magnitude. And I have no idea what else to say. Ambrose is... And again, when was the last time Ambrose even had a pay-per-view victory? Payback? Back when he was still with the Shield? He didn't win at Money in the Bank. There wasn't a fight at Battleground. And Rollins got away there. Oh, and he didn't win at SummerSlam. And while he made his triumphant return at Night of Champions, that's still not a pay-per-view victory. So, again, he's been on the biggest losing streak in terms of pay-per-view wise. Bottom line I'm trying to say is fuck Bray Wyatt. Fuck the WWE for ruining this good match. It's like they tried to take King of the Ring 98 and Bad Blood 97 and combine it. But what they took from King of the Ring 98 was good. What they took from Bad Blood 97 was dumb. Seriously, if you wanted to have Bray Wyatt interfere in this shit, you should have had him interfere at, like, I'm not saying this would have been a good idea, but it still could have worked if you had him, like, interfere on, like, Battleground or SummerSlam. Having him interfere would be, like... Interfere here during the climax ruins everything and butt-fucks the whole storyline. I don't know what else to say. I'm at a loss for words. I was at a loss for words, and I don't even. I know maybe I'm judging this too early before where the story goes, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm pretty much 100% sure they basically just butt fucked the Dean Ambrose Seth Rollins storyline. God fucking damn it. God fucking damn it. Okay, and you know Ambrose is on fire. You know he's pretty much the hottest wrestler on the whole fucking roster. He's easily the most popular, especially with Daniel Bryan being out of action right now. But my fucking god, you people fucking sicken me. You people fucking sicken me. I could have booked this whole show better whilst taking a shit. Fuck this. Okay? Fuck WWE. Fuck WWE for this. Fuck Hell in a Cell 2014. Fuck Bray Wyatt. God fucking damn it.